Hello student, welcome back to this session. This is Osan Naik from Canara Engineering College. In our previous session, we have studied D flip-flop, and SR flip-flop. Before proceeding, let me once again explain the difference between SR and D. So in SR, we have two input, that is S and R. To set, we need to set S is equal to set the flip-flop. We need to make S is equal to 1. S is equal to 1. S is equal to 1. To reset the flip-flop, you have to make R is equal to 0. But because of this two input, this gives problem during the serial transmission of data. So, in order to avoid this one, we are using a D flip-flop. In D flip, the simple way to construct the D flip-flop is like from SR is. So let me write here. This is the SR block diagram of SR flip-flop, where it contains two output, and we have actually two input here. So the two outputs are Q and Q bar. Q and Q bar, and two inputs are S and R. So now, in order to convert SR into D, I will use an inverter. I will use an inverter in between S and R. So I will connect an inverter in between S and R, and I will call this point as a D. D means data. So now SR flip-flop is converted into D by connecting a inverter between S and R. So all these things information we have seen in the last class. Now we'll proceed to next session. The diagram shows the rising edge trigger and falling edge trigger D flip-flop. Here you can see we have two input, one is D and other one is a clock, and a clock signal is called as a rising edge trigger or positive edge trigger. That means the output of the flip-flop will going to change during the positive edge of the clock. So here we can see negative edge of the clock. The negative edge is represented by a small bubble here. So output of this flip-flop will change during the negative edge of the clock. So negative edge of the clock. And the truth table for the flip-flop is shown here. So we'll see now how this positive edge trigger and negative edge trigger works exactly. So student, this is the timing diagram for the for D flip-flop for the falling edge trigger, that is negative edge trigger. So here you can see in the diagram, you can see here, this is the data input, and this is the clock input, and this is the output. So output changes during the negative edge of the clock. Suppose this is the clock signal, this is called as negative edge of the clock. So this is the negative edge of the clock, this is the positive edge. Positive edge means the clock will getting transmitted from 0 to 1, or clock will change its state from 0 to 1, and negative edge means it will change its state from 1 to 0. So in this case, our flip-flop will change the output state during the negative edge of the clock. So let me mark a negative edge. So this is the negative edge here. So this is the negative edge, and this is the negative edge. Once again, this is the negative edge, and this is the negative edge. So this is the corresponding negative edge. Now the output of the flip-flop is same as D input, except that the output changes are delayed until after the active edge of the clock pulse. Here output changes are delayed. We know why the changes are delayed. That is because of the gate delay or a processing delay. Now we'll see how exactly output appears. In the diagram you can see here, during the negative edge of the clock, initially we will assume during the negative edge of the clock, here data is 1, data input is 1, that is input bit is 1. So initially we will assume output is 0. So now output changes from 0 to 1, and it will remain 1. It will remain in the same stable state until next negative edge triggers. See here, during the second negative edge of the clock, the data input is 0 at this instant. So output changes from 1 to 0, and it will remain in this state 0 until the next negative edge. At this stage, the data input is 1. So the data input is 1. So output will change its state from 0 to 1. Once again, during the next negative edge, once again data input is 1. So output will remain 1 during the next clock cycle, or during till the next negative edge. At this negative edge, data input becomes 0. So output changes to 0. So in this way, this continues. So students, the positive edge triggered flip-flops can be constructed by using two latches or two flip-flops here shown here. One acts like a master and the other acts like a slave, and it is connected by using clock as shown here. So clock is connected with the inverter, and it is fed to first latch or first flip-flop, and the clock is connected with directly to the second. So when clock is 0, clock signal is 0, this will not work. When clock signal is 0, clock bar or output of this inverter or G1 becomes 1, and this will work. So let's see now how exactly this both latches will work during the positive cycle and negative cycle, or during the positive clock or negative clock, by referring this timing diagram. So the timing diagram is shown here. When clock is 0, that is when clock signal is 0, then G1 becomes 1. And this first latch is transparent. That makes the output of the first latch to follow the input, that is data input. And here simultaneously, because of clock signal is 0, G2 becomes 0, and the second latch is inactive, and it will hold the current state as it is, or last state as it is. So when clock changes to 1, G1 changes to 0, and the current value of D is stored in the first latch, and because of G2 is equal to 1, the value of P follows through the second latch to the output Q, that is shown here. So students, here you can see the timing waveform. As I explained, when clock is 0, then G1 becomes high. Here you can see G1 becomes high, and this will not work. That is G2, clock is 0, G2 becomes 0. That means output here, this will not work, and this output will be in the last state. It holds the output last state, but output P follows the input. So here you can see output P follows the input. Now when the clock this becomes 1, this will be disabled. 1 means here it is 0, here it is 0. This will be disabled. Now output P holds the last value. So now here at this stage, when G1 becomes when clock becomes 1, this becomes 0, that is G1 becomes 0. Here you can see G1 becomes 0, and at this stage it holds the last value. P holds the last value. What is the last value here? Last value is nothing but last value. Last value is nothing but output is nothing but I state. It will maintain that only. But Q responds to, that is second latch, output of the second latch responds to P, and here you can see the output Q changes and this proceeds till the next clock cycle. So we have next flip-flop, that is nothing but T. T flip-flop also called as a toggle flip-flop. It is frequently used in building counters, and other FPGA can be programmed to implement T flip-flops. T flip-flops as a active T input and clock input. So when T is equal to 1, the output changes to output toggles of the previous state. So here you can see when T is equal to 1, output toggles of the previous state. Suppose this is the last state, this is the next state, output toggles. Here you can see 0 becomes 1 and 1 becomes 0. That becomes when T is equal to 1. When T is equal to 0, the flip-flop will remain in inactive state. That is, output is nothing but the last state only. So here you can see when T is 0, output is the last state only. So by using that this one truth table or transition table, we can derive the characteristic equation. This is the characteristic equation for T flip-flop, and this is a block diagram for the T flip-flop, which has got two input T and clock, that is a falling edge of the clock, negative trigger edge clock, and Q is the output and Q bar is the complement of Q. So now we'll see the timing diagram for this one. So this timing diagram is with reference to this negative edge triggered clock. Here you can see the clock signal. So in this clock signal, this is the negative edge triggered. This is the negative edge. This is the negative edge of the clock. So negative edge of the clock. So the flip-flop will change its output during the negative edge. Now you see here, during the first negative edge. So during the first negative edge, you see that input T is equal to 0. So output remains. See, when T is equal to 0 here, T is equal to 0, output remains in the last state only. So it will remain in the last state, like state 0, till it encounter next negative edge trigger. So during this one, what is the value of T? The value of T is equal to 1. The value of T is 1. That means now the output will toggle to this previous state. So what is the previous state here for the output? The previous state of the output is 0. It will toggle to 1, and it will remain 1 till the next negative edge occurs. At this stage, once again you see T is equal to 0. When T is equal to 0, output remains in the last state only. So last state is 1. So it will remain 1 till the next negative edge occurs. When the next negative edge occurs, T is 1. That means output will once again toggle. So in this way, this is the working procedure or waveform of explanation for T flip-flop. In the earlier session, I explained already SR latch. So there is small difference between latch and flip-flop. Both latch and flip-flops are actually same, except latch doesn't have any clock signal and flip-flop has got clock signal. So this is the block diagram of SR, which has got three input. One is S, second one is R, other one is a clock signal. So you can see here it is a edge triggered clock signal. That means flip-flop will change either during the positive edge or negative edge. In this case, it is a positive edge triggered. Suppose if it is the negative edge, then bubble would have been there. So now Q and Q bar is the output. So Q bar is the complement of Q, and you see the output of this flip-flop is same as latch only. When both S and R is 0, no state change, that is output remains in the last state only. When S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0, output of the flip-flop is set to 1, and S is 0 and R is 1, output of the flip-flop is reset to 0, reset to 0, and S is equal to, and S and R both are 1, that is not allowed condition, or it is called as illegal condition or forbidden condition. That is the drawback of SR flip-flop.